Hello everybody, this is reporter Hanlei Chen, and today I'm here at the Chinese American Conference held by the UCA. Participants and guests are allowed into one of America's greatest monuments, Capitol Hill. Hopefully we'll get to interview some of the congressmen and women that have shaped this country. So let's take a look. This event is part of the Greater Chinese American Convention, organized by the UCA and APAPA, with the goal of strengthening civil rights for Asians, Native Hawaiians, and Pacific Islanders. Today is Congressional Day, or the day of the office-storming plan, which takes place mainly within the Rayburn House of Representatives. With the collective effort of more than 500 participants, 281 representatives' offices from both political parties, more than half of Congress were visited with discussions on the topic of discriminatory or inclusive Asian bills, this being one of the biggest AANHPI advocacy days in history.
This is actually a UCA tradition. From the first convention, we're having Congressional Day visit. But today is very special. So today, United Chinese American UCA working with APAPA. So today what we're having is the largest ever Asian Americans visiting the Capitol Hill as a one-day event. So we're making history. The congressional visit, there's two types, okay? So there's one where through very careful planning, we have a made appointment with over 100 representative and senators' office. But then we also have what we call the storming team, turf team. So these are going to be the several hundred people visit every office and give out our legislative priorities, the materials. I think not only we reach goal, I think we did more than that.
What issues did you bring up today?
Yeah, we have prepared to speak to congressmen or senators' office about 6 issues. Number one, there are 33 states now actually already passed the land law that will prohibit the Chinese nationals to purchase properties. This kind of laws, what it does is they cause the fears and discriminatory attitudes towards the Chinese Americans or Asian Americans. So we wanted to make sure politicians understand the harm these kind of law could produce.
We have a lot of problems in this country now. Being an Asian American, being a Chinese American, we unfortunately experience a lot of hatred and discrimination. Asians tend to be timid, introverted, but doesn't mean that we don't have our voice. We do have our voice. We hope the policymakers hear it. We hope they take us seriously. We're 8% of American, and this is a very important part of America, and we're the fastest growing ethnic groups in this country.
All attendees split off into 50 groups, each discussing the impacts of a select few important bills. These included the Preemption of Real Property Discrimination Act, which allowed already 33 states to ban Chinese nationals from purchasing property, the Teaching AANHPI History Act, which incorporates Chinese American history into school curriculums, the Eliminating Backlogs Act of 2023, which clears the backlog of 1.6 million immigrant employment-based green cards, and more. Participants not only talked about the national impact of each bill, but also shared their personal heartfelt stories and experiences.
我们今天拜访了10几个的，我们去了10几个议员办公室。就大概就是有5个议题，跟我们一块的就是些年轻人，他们非常 open， 也非常的勇敢，去的都是他们去表达。
I'm Chong Yuan. I work with. This is Tony Bell. I get to know Tony from the diversity leadership training, and then Tony reached out to me, say, you know what, I would like to introduce a Chinese Asian culture to more audience. So what I think about the UCA is a perfect place to come to meet large volume of our Chinese Americans. What a better place to come to the convention, meet all the colleagues around the nation, and learn and meet experts and expand our network. Even better to promote our Chinese American culture.
We are the Heritage Projects, and we represent experiential learning. We do tours around the country, and We are going to be doing a tour from Columbus, Ohio to Washington, D.C., September 19th through 22nd, going to the Chinese American Museum and the African American Museum for History and Culture. On that, we want to make sure that people understand the intersectionality of our histories and cultures and what we've contributed to society.
In support of the Asian, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander community, many important civil rights activists, including Judy Chu, the first Chinese American congresswoman, have come. These significant figures and many more have scored multiple historical victories for Asian American freedoms and are still fighting for civil rights within minority communities to this day.
You know, over 100 years ago, there were these very ugly laws that targeted Asian Americans from buying land just because of their ethnicity. Well, now this anti-Asian sentiment is raising its ugly head again. And just on the excuse of needing national security, these alien land laws are now being proposed in 33 states. So let's call this measure what it is. It is shameful, it is anti-Asian, and it is a return to failed racist alien land laws that have not been in effect for 100 years.
UCA's Congressional Day event has been an insightful glimpse into not only American politics, but also the mighty determined spirit of the Asian community. This is reporter Hanlei and Lucas, and we'll see you next time.